Here we go, everybody. There it is. There we go. All right. Look at these visuals. Thank you. I think it was just wow.
This is elementary school. I feel like this is elementary school.
Do you hear that shit? All right, people. We're hi.
That's how we're starting today.
Hi.
I'm going to contribute to that.
Hi.
Is it bad that that was one of my favorite songs?
Absolutely not.
In elementary school?
Hell no.
Is it worse?
Nope.
That I told my mama at the same age that's who I wanted?
No. That's what God did for us.
Fair enough.
Look, this is how much this video impacted. I have watched porn for a long time. I've seen a lot of stuff, and this is still a thing. It was a formative visual. Now, I did this for a purpose, people. Now, last week we discussed a lot of things.
We did.
We discussed a lot of stuff.
Toxic music being one of them.
We did, and so I've been looking on these here internets these past couple days. Been seeing a lot of things, and I've been seeing more and more, even us both in our own personal conversations. There's been a lot of think pieces on WAP. Wet ass pussy.
Oh, okay.
Cardi B.
I thought you were talking about the other version.
The good version?
The Miley Cyrus and other white people were the white and privileged?
Oh, they're we'll get there. They never
one step at a time.
Yeah, we're just gonna ease it on in. So I don't know if I'm more mad at you niggas. I don't know if I'm more mad at these women here. I'm not understanding what it is.
Okay.
Just
specifically,
what ass pussy is terrible. Like today,
okay.
Actually shout out to Never Not Extra, because they had something in their story, and it was a nigga up there, and it was just, I don't know, what am I supposed to do with my daughter? Raise her, nigga, because it's a fucking what? And then I'm looking at, and to a lot of people our age, which is really painful because that existed.
Yes,
that bitch said, "Boom, boom." That's your dick hitting her vagina walls, people. Just for anybody if anybody needed any fucking, when she screams, "I need a freak," until the day.
You gonna rewind it for me?
Just so you know, if anybody has any questions, okay, if you've heard this song and you want to know what this, that's a penis. That's sex. They're fucking. All right, they're fucking. This woman also made the t-shirt and my panties. I'm just not understanding what it is. I just see all these, it's really disrespectful to women, and I'd be just like, yo, like if I was a woman, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Because I thought we was like sexually empowered. I thought that was a thing. I thought it was like, tits out for Harambe. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the think pieces. I don't understand you weird ass niggas. As a nigga who's like, damn, it'd be great if I'm just fucking moseying about around the house or just kicking it, and she just goes, you know what? I would like to grab your dick and put it in my mouth. I'd be like, thank you, ma'am. And then that would be a great world. It would be like really like we're sexually equal. We're like matching on sexual levels, energies, whatever fucking term you want to use. And then you fucking non-beard connecting ass niggas get up here and motherfuckers gonna say, this is not what you're supposed to do as a woman. I hate you guys. I hate you all so much. And you weird ass women, like, this is not female empowerment. Well, I take that approach. Actually, I saw that approach. That's okay, because it's not.
Why is that okay though? Why is that okay?
Because it's like there are things that I would feel. I once again, I'm not a woman, so I'm coming from a just outside in. This is my view.
So
I don't think it's.
Tiptoe? You say?
No.
Okay.
I'm just giving like a perspective that I don't know. I'm respecting the fact that I don't know the exact traverses of being a woman.
Fair enough. So
I could see where it's in as far as you. This is my pussy. I can do what I want. I can talk about it. I want to fuck. Wet ass pussies are amazing. Is it like time to march down the fucking streets of empowerment? I don't think it's that.
No.
So I feel like, maybe we could just, I don't know, man, use different words, or maybe also people be able to understand context of why it's this level of empowering, and maybe not like fucking now weird Wonder Woman because my pussy wet. All I'm saying is you fucking people are weirdos for this uproar about wet ass pussy, and I'm not understanding it.
But that's always existed though. If you really think about it. So even if we go back to the toxic music that we grew up listening to, and by the way, we turned out exceptionally well.
Lovely people.
So I'm pretty sure that it's not going to damage your kids. Matter of fact, as a parent, your kids probably shouldn't be listening to the song in the first place, so that's nobody else's fault but yours.
My 8-year-old up here listening to wet ass pussy, bitch, go to jail. Call CPS, you goofy motherfucker. Like, what's this other 8-year-old listen to? I don't know, whatever new version of the Power Rangers it is. You got the only 8-year-old out here singing wet ass pussy. That's a reflection of you, stupid.
That is horrible. But going back to that, even back then when we had Uncle Luke, people were protesting Uncle Luke.
Lovely.
People were talking shit about the parental advisory. That's why we end up having parental advisory on CDs, because the same perspective was having a clash of the Titans back then as well. It's always been this dichotomy of two different perspectives that have met in the middle and just...
Yes. Now, I brought our age group to the table. Anybody prior to us talking about wet-ass pussy can suck my dick, because I've seen...
Do you want to tell them how you really feel?
I've seen glimpses. I haven't even seen... Freaknik floated around on fucking Pornhub. Like, do you niggas understand? I wish a motherfucker would... From anywhere older than me talking about y'all living dirty and nasty. What, nigga? It was niggas in the middle of fucking floor, just in the streets. Just, hey, you, and she's like, hey, she's taking a picture. Nigga walks up. You know what I feel like doing? Spreading some ass in the picture. Get my face in it. Get my face next to the ad. Like, that's it.
Never met this woman a day in her life. Ain't ask her name. No, nothing.
That's how half of us got here. Okay, like if somebody was doing the stats. That's niggas was like, well, I met your mom at a...
It's so bad they banned it. They got rid of it.
Exactly. Like, you niggas was fucking in the streets.
In front of people.
You niggas was fucking in the streets.
The hotel business was booming.
Just nasty ass shit going on in the back of them 99 photo Volvos. Okay?
That's not even the worst part. The worst part about it is, like you said, most of us... Well, I'll say a good percentage of us are here. They contributed to populating the earth.
Exactly.
But that means nobody was using protection.
None of that.
Not nan pill, not nan rubber. Just out here. You know what? I like them 50 stacks that you got in your head, and you let me bust it open. I didn't even know your name. And we just go ahead. Turn it up for the people.
I just like...
This existed during that time as well.
This is like a... we're just... Let's let it softly caress your eardrums, people. Since, WAP is fucking...
Terrible. WAP is terrible, but we had way worse. His best friend.
Took him to the... They're telling you a story.
She's serenading you filth.
This nigga Cardi was talking about fucking her husband. Isn't that what y'all want? Everybody's supposed to get married and shit or whatever the fuck.
She said, put it in her
fucking
mouth.
champion.
I mean her motherfucking mouth.
Shut up, you niggas wasn't outside. Y'all don't even deserve that, you some bitches.
These are also songs that we knew as adolescents.
As a child,
we weren't supposed to know.
As
these
a
songs.
I didn't even if you didn't have a way in, it was like, damn, what do I say? I could just sing. What you singing? It's a song about sucking dick. That's nasty. So you don't suck dick? That's not. Now we're having a dick sucking conversation, and who the fuck knows? So I know there's other important things to talk about, but I just want to go on record is that you fucking
you
weird.
Get off your chest. Get off your chest.
Weird niggas. I'm mainly coming at my people. You weird ass niggas up here will be the same niggas up here like, these bitches not out here fucking. They making it. You sat up here. You cut your, the way, there's a process to cutting this motherfucker on to recording it. And you niggas did it to get up here and look at the motherfucking internet and be like, they up here talking about pussies. How dare they? I hate you niggas so much. You niggas make it really, really hard. Just fuck.
We need a triggered meter at the bottom of the screen.
We really do.
Because your meter is
every day with y'all. Like, I really be trying this peaceful shit. I be trying this mindful, and I'm pretty good. I think I'm good because I ain't punched none of y'all yet. Because y'all niggas are dumb. Just dummies.
Who do you want to punch harder, them or 6ix9ine? Let it out. I'm gonna keep this trigger meter up.
I watched, like I posted the other day. I didn't resonate with him as much as a kid, but in Knight's Tale, like what? That just pain, just lots and lots of pain. I will flog that nigga, like just. I will. Did you watch? You remember fucking?
Who doesn't know what flog is? There's somebody that doesn't know what flog is.
Of course it is. And they're not gonna use their Googles to just be cool about it. They just
That's
gonna
fine.
not know. You remember fucking Gangs in New York?
Yes.
And the motherfucker the best weapon. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When that barber came out and I'ma crack your shit and I'm not gonna wear no cool shit. These niggas came in the barbershop and said, "You got my money? All right, bet, let me break this nigga." That's how it feels, because it's not even troll. It's just like trolling. You can almost be like, okay, it's to make whatever. I don't understand this nigga, dog. It's just like, and I don't wish like niggas be in the comments like death level harm. I just think he need to get socked. Like if a nigga was doing some goofy shit when you was like in high school, it just sock that nigga, dog. You talk, shut the fuck, pow, sock him. I just think he need to get socked. He's a product of a nigga. Like violence works a little bit, all right, like
A lot of it.
yeah, you
Depending
know, like,
on the situation.
yeah, like if it's directed and with purpose, somebody just need to sock that nigga, bro. Like I just was like, and then like the best thing about it to me was the video afterwards, and it's
exposed,
and it makes it. He's obviously a weird ass nigga, like, but the more what it makes me just think twice about is when I see anybody, excuse me, try to cut, I guess, kids some bail because if you grew up on them, I guess, or whatever. Not really. But when I see people that are like my age bracket and be like, 6ix9ine is the future. For what? Like, give me anything. For what? Because even musically, musically it doesn't do it. If he make great music, I could at least shoot him bail in that regard. I'm like, I just feel like he gives an excuse to where if you're like a breed of motherfucker that like, I like to do fuck shit. I like to be a fuck ass motherfucker. And this person is successful in doing fuck shit. So he now empowers my fuck shit-tery. Fuck shit-tery.
Fuck shittery?
Yeah. He just makes it so like, oh yeah, I now have an example of success for being a complete piece of shit. And you niggas are weird. I don't like it. Like,
who's worse? Him or people that give him the attention that he's thriving off of?
People, I think.
So we are the problem.
Yeah.
We as a community, as a society, we are the problem because we keep empowering his fuckery.
I watched the David Banner post something earlier today about that. It was like he was talking about artists. He was talking about he's really good at not giving in. But there's like a bunch of examples, even like with the WAP shit or whatever, where people are like, hey, you talk about an artist and you're like, hey, you should make more dope shit. You should make more passionate shit, but y'all don't support that. Like Joey Badass, like Joey Badass dropped something a couple weeks ago. It was like cool 3 songs, like great songs about shit, quote unquote, like they're empowering songs of substance. And even like his cover art is like, if you into black shit and like want to do some deep dives, his cover art is a wealth of like, oh shit, whoa. I heard nobody talk about that.
Of course not.
But y'all will talk about 6ix9ine and y'all will talk about whatever. So it'd be the same people who talk about the state of hip hop. Just support. And David Banner made it perfectly. He's like, just shut the fuck up and support what you want to support. He's like, even me, like the God box is amazing, but that's because people bought the boxes, which made, the revenue and shit. But he's like, y'all wasn't really supporting like the music.
Not at all.
So, and I'm not saying I don't like a good amount of like, throw that ass in a circle. Just support all of it. Support what you like. Champion that shit the same way you champion whatever the fuck.
But that goes back to the people. Because we dictate what we look for. We dictate what we pay attention to. But we complain about only seeing one perspective. You're not checking the fact that you're looking in that direction, complaining about what you're seeing. Nigga, turn your head. If you're not seeing something that you want to see, maybe it's your fault.
It 100% is y'all's fault.
Of course.
Because y'all just out here acting like Big Crits don't exist, Pusha T's don't exist.
But I will get NLE choppered to death. And I still have heard not a song from him. Granted, I'm not trying to, but...
And I've heard the songs, and like, I think his songs are, if I'm in a in LE Chopper mood and I want to kind of maybe like get turned or whatever, then cool. But also in respect to an NLE Chopper, like if he were to drop a song that is trying to maybe step out of his quote unquote box,
right?
If y'all niggas don't support it from just a survival perspective, I'm NLE Chopper. I don't know his background like that, but if I come from the regular, you know, hip background of I didn't have much, hip hop is giving me access to this, that, and the third, and I am into this, but y'all not fucking with that. I'm really trying to make sure that I eat, even if I only want to do this hip hop shit for like the next 10 minutes.
Right.
I'm gonna give y'all 10 minutes of the bullshit because y'all like the bullshit. I mean, I understand that logic. So it is on the people to be like, if you like the shit, support the shit, make the shit. And especially now, like now it's not like a, you know, like we talked about a couple of times, like, you know, you see Steve side everywhere. Like it's the day of like the labels and all this shit putting out an artist, to me, are fading. Now you could put your shit up on SoundCloud-ish and you could have your following. Kind of. I think so.
I was about to say kind of. Because we did just have Birdman like last month talking about Youngboy is going to be the next Lil Wayne.
I could see that, but I feel like, is that because also Youngboy like took, you know, like everybody, you know, it's kind of a toss up until you like hear them tell their stories, the deals they took. Even Meg, somebody who kind of like had a whole issue about fucking her contract and this, that, and the third. I know that that's a thing, but then you have people like a Russ who people might try to, you know, depending who you talk to, he's this, that, whatever. But that motherfucker seemed like he got a beat on things. He's like
wildly successful and is in tune with business.
Yeah, so I feel like if I'm an artist, it would make sense to lean more towards a Russ route, even if I had to maybe grind for an extra however many years, because I know I'm not really going to get fucked over. Like, I'm a really...
Not even that, but, I mean, going back to what we said earlier, this cycle has repeated itself. Like, Russ is essentially just a new version of Master P.
Mm-hmm.
Or E40 or any of the people that we grew up listening to.
Another person who just dropped an amazing body of work.
And
again, people, like... the 70th body of work.
I'm about to say, he puts out like 4 albums a year.
Yeah.
Technically, because he'll put out 2 and they'll both be double discs.
Yep.
And people will just glaze over it. That's a whole nother conversation. Y'all better show the base some love. I'm tired of this.
Just like, I don't know. 40 should just 40 water. E40 is a fucking legend. 40 water is like.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna put out what I want to put out. I'm gonna make my business moves. I'm gonna make my money. If you fuck with it, great. If you don't, great. I'm still getting paid anyway, and I'm still who I am.
Yeah. I don't know, like, give hip-hop its respect, but also, you know, stop looking, I don't know, you have to kind of vet your people, because I've been an avid, on this here platform, I like the baby. I like the baby's music. When I'm in the baby mood.
I hear a butt coming.
It's, you know, and he, you know, and I've been really rocking with him, man. I've been like, okay, I understand this move, and, you know, people fucking with him, you know.
But
not, you know, Cam Cole hard and, you know, shoot a motherfucker in the Walmart because they fucking with you. I get it. Now.
Shot somebody in front of my 2-year-old, and that's not a traumatic experience.
Some deep, you know, but if they running down on you, I could always, like, you know, they was fucking with you. Now, to tweet.
What did he tweet?
Twitter is a dangerous place because it just
Tweaker
is because it just seems like all over social media, like your thoughts just get the best of you. You think a thought and you just got to get it out there. As I'm sitting here fucking vomiting my thoughts out.
You didn't think it.
But to tweet that, oh yeah, fucking whatever the fuck, I'm not gonna vote for you. Come on, nigga. God damn, like. It takes nothing. It takes nothing at all. It's a twofer. It's one, we got to stop looking to artists to give us anything other than you're good at art.
Right.
You're good at music. And I really shouldn't try to go to you for anything other than that unless you show and prove. And even then, I have to have my own mindset. That aside.
Are you telling them to just shut up and rap?
I don't know. I don't know if all of that shit is that black and white. If you're not that well versed in the topic, it's nothing to just shut the fuck up and say, yo, I don't know what I'm talking about yet. Now, if y'all want my opinion, I will do my due diligence to get a little more educated. But if I just don't know, you know, like, you don't gotta say anything. Like, nobody, like, I'm just, and not even distant. I'm like, just, I know nobody was sitting there like, God damn, what the fuck the baby got to talk about the election?
What is he thinking
I've
about
been
politics?
sitting here fucking just beside myself
I
trying
am
to figure
on
out
the edge of my seat. I want to
God,
know who he's going to vote for in the upcoming election.
if I need to know if I need anybody to tell me their political views.
It's got to be the baby.
It's the baby. And you didn't. Like, you could have said, like, I'm not saying that, like, here's my thing. If he just said that, I'm like, cool, say it. Just say it with an educated opinion. Like, you know that, like, there's tons of fucking things talking about, oh, yeah, fucking, Kanye's here to split the vote. And everybody has all these complaints about politics and what's going on with the election and this, that, and the third. And then a motherfucker like us and him included will do some wild shit and be like, why? Like, we just spent the past couple years with a motherfucker whose only thing about politics is that he's rich and white. So we're going to go, well, if he, like, instead of going, never put, not just a racist motherfucking fat orange nigga in there, never put somebody who's not qualified for the job in any way in the position. And we go, you know what?
Who's less qualified?
Let's do Kanye. And that's not to say, like, because there's even that shit about him with Harriet Tubman. There were things he said in that entire speech that he was firing off and making sense. But
context is important.
It's like, dog, if I had to, like, send you off to do some real political delegating with this fucking group, you can't be like, yeah, man, you guys are great at making this, that, and the third, but I don't like the way your country shit. Now, if I could, I'd probably go to war with you. But, whoa, nigga, you can't say that. You can't say that. Why would you say that, Mr. Kanye? Like,
the president said it.
Yeah, you can't. Don't do that, Mr. President. I don't want any of these niggas as the president. None of them. And we're rolling on right in. I don't want none of you motherfuckers, all right?
Does that include Mr. Biden and Miss Harris?
I don't want I don't want touchy-feely nigga, and I don't want that cop in there either. I don't like any of them.
So we're doomed, basically. That's
pretty much. We're like, I'm just saying, like, I understand. I understand the points that people are taking. Like, there's a lot of posts about protecting black women. Don't let the other side like just completely bash her and like shit on her, which I dig, because I'm here for protecting our own, but I'm also here for us vetting them as well. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like a slippery slope, because our track record has proven that she might not exactly be for us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, and I know, like, we have to use, if we're gonna go ahead and abide by the system, you're gonna use the politics game.
Right.
Now, understand who this person is and stop approaching her like she's our buddy. Like, approach her like, okay, motherfucker, you here to do a job, and we gonna dog your ass until you do the job. Like, yes, I want orange nigga out there, and yes, I understand the idea that vote against this fucking terrible piece of shit who's just plummeting us left and right, whatever way you want to, like, make it real dramatic. But that does not mean that you just open these other assholes with open arms, and they got a track record of fucking us way heavy. Like,
so if you're taking the approach of let's stick to politics and judge things for what they are, Agent Orange is a piece of shit and we need him out of there. But we're up against two other possible equally as bad pieces of shit. Like, how do you approach that? Or do you take the side of some of the other people in our community that are like, you know what, HBCU grad, member of the Divine Nine, we love her, we support her simply because.
Deadass not doing that shit. Like, that right there is how you just, it's on, I don't know, that's how you turned into, like, just a nation of, like, really yelling ass glory holes. It's like, oh, this motherfucker, this Trump dude, he didn't even like lube. These motherfuckers are lubing when they fuck us. Embrace them with open arms. Like, if you're gonna, because there's the other viewpoint where everybody's like, I'm not voting, I don't give a damn, fuck the system, I don't give a shit. And it's like, all right, man, I hear you, and honestly, I can empathize all the types of thighs with you.
100%.
But if you niggas don't have a full-blown plan of let's go over here and put Wakanda in the middle of Ghana because we're giving out fucking citizenship 2 for 1 today, like y'all was doing them fucking sandwiches, then y'all got to kind of shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Because y'all just be up here screaming and don't have any real way for us to go, okay, we're not going to vote. We're not fucking with this. We're not fucking with this system at all. All right, man, are y'all going to fucking Killer Mike it and make like a, we're going to take this part of the country. You niggas go up, like, you going to secede, whatever the fuck. I'm with it. Just give a plan that makes sense and that motherfuckers are going to fight and sacrifice for. Otherwise,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, or if you, and here's my thing about that also is, like, if you're making that plan if you feel like your vote's the shit, what if on a whim you throw a fucking dart in the air and it might land on a bullseye? What if your vote actually might help with getting this motherfucker out of there? Then do that. I never understand how that impedes on. It don't do shit. Okay, man. Well then, fuck it. Like, just fucking take 10 minutes, do that shit, and then go back to the bullshit. Like it's not. They don't. That doesn't impede this.
So, in your perspective, in a perfect world, which way are you rocking with? Are you rocking with voting and hoping that something gets better? Are you voting for, fuck it, let's put Wakanda in the middle of Ghana because they giving us citizenship? Are you for, fuck it, burn this shit to the ground, let's move in the streets? Like, what would you say is in a perfect world?
Oh, in a perfect world, I'm putting us on the moon like the Inhumans, on that little blue part of the moon where they can breathe. I want it to the dark side. I don't even want to wake up and see this blue motherfucker. Like, put us up there and make it blackety black as fuck.
But next to Dr. Manhattan?
Man, and y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want down there. I'm tired of being entangled in you motherfuckers' lives, whatever the fuck he said. Yeah, man, I Dr. Manhattan the fuck out this bitch. So in a perfect world, yeah, well, we're gonna get our shit. I'm gonna fuck with mine. We're gonna just poof up here. Y'all can fucking coronavirus it. Confederate, you can do what the fuck you want. My mother's my sister. Y'all can get it popping down here. And we just gonna go. We just gonna get our shit. Somebody goddamn change the carburetor on the pyramids and fire this bitch the fuck up out here. Like, let's, bitch, wrap that shit up. Let's go.
Somebody find the perfect hieroglyphic to push. Oh, this is still working?
Just hit
just
the
need a little oil?
Yeah, get the fuck up out of here.
Why the moon, though?
It's just far away. I just said far away.
You could pick Pluto one.
I could have. It's cold, though.
Oh, you said in a perfect world.
It's small. Like, if we're going to get it, we're going to go to, like, what's the big one? Like, Jupiter, Venus? We can get a big ass planet, like nigga, like shit. We can get the Cadillac of planets. Like,
we don't even know what that exists is. We don't know what it is.
Fuck it.
It's in a galaxy that we haven't even discovered yet.
Which is also just blows my mind when people be like, this is it. Like, it's literal scientific. Like, there's bajillion galaxies out there, guys. Like,
that we will never be able to touch.
Yeah, and like, yeah, just like y'all are it, fucking dummies. Anyways,
Big Bang,
dummies. Anyways, yeah, I like with the whole, fucking presidency thing, election thing. I don't like them, and I would say if we're gonna do this, hold them accountable.
Right.
Do not do this whole. She went to an HBCU thing. She's an AKA thing because it's politics, and especially like if you're gonna be a politician, you know that early on, you know that you need these things to pander to people. Like, hey, one of y'all, baby. I'm one of y'all. Yeah, y'all want to vote, and it's this, and just look at there's concrete shit that's public knowledge. Like, you really have fucked us. So you, the thinnest of ice, bitch. Like,
not just that, both of y'all.
Yep,
both of you have contributed
heavily,
and extremely hard.
Mm-hmm.
Just on us. Just specifically on us. We should weigh it heavier on you because you supposed to be one of us, at least visually. Your track record, HBCU, and you part of the Divine Nine. You really, mm-hmm. If nobody else in this, you should definitely understand. But
we have to get out of that, like, because in the past, in a number of fucking examples, us playing it by the whole, well, we black, we gotta just support us. Put us, put your people in positions of power, but that doesn't mean you don't hold them accountable. Because it was, shit, revolts fell off not because Whitey was smart. They fell off because niggas just didn't know when to shut the fuck up. Like, shit would have been great, and niggas just said, oh, no, I'm going to go ahead and say a little something. So, everybody who unfortunately shares, our skin color doesn't share our ideals. So don't give motherfuckers passes and don't hold them accountable and hold them to the light just because I want the black Superman, Superwoman shit too.
Right.
I would love for a motherfucker to just show up and it's like, yeah, black is a motherfucker. That's not always true. Now, I'm willing to have them prove it.
Right.
But that, yeah, I'm just
ain't
make
no
sure you
showing up. Sorry.
Yeah, people. make them vet them. We just go, oh, hey, they're black and now we're going to whatever and not hold them accountable. None of them is perfect. Obama wasn't perfect.
No.
He's
droning the shit out of people.
Drone strikes shouty. Like, I appreciate what he did, with like the Hope campaign. I appreciate what he did just fuck policies and shit. Like, I got to, in my lifetime, watch a black man walk. I understand what that means and how powerful that is.
Right.
Not taken away from that. But motherfuckers have got to be able to look at things in their totality. Like, you can separate this from this was good and this was bad. Like, we, you know, that whole ride because they black shit has worked against us in a lot of areas. Like,
Right.
so we got to kind of cut
that kind of goes back
out.
to the discussion we had a few weeks ago, because we haven't even sat down and come together as a community to dictate what
I ain't got to
values and
invite to
ideas
none of the
are.
black people meetings.
Not one.
Killer Mike said we need to have our black people meeting and decide what the fuck we want.
And we have
And
not done
we
it.
didn't do none of that. I didn't get no emails, none of that shit. We just out here floating like she's black. She gonna do some what? What's she gonna do?
Right.
She's gonna do. She is like,
Which is the same community that created all skin folk and kinfolk. Meaning we already know that not everybody that identifies with you has the same ideals as you, sees the same perspective that you see, has the same goals that you have in mind. Some of them may not even have the same interest that you have. Something as little as we may not even have the same interest in clothing, but you're going to support them simply because they are black, which that's not a bad thing that you want to support your own people. That's completely okay. But as you're saying, you have to hold people accountable. You have to have some discernment. You have to be able to understand differences and say, you know what, I'll rock with you and I'll support you in this, but on this specific situation over here, you don't have my support on this because you're not for us.
yeah. And you know, with everybody else, we have to stop this thing of, I feel like, taking the bare minimum. We don't do that with each other. You know, you hear niggas every other day like complaining about black-owned businesses or some shit. Like, you know, if they was, you know, if they had better customer service, A, B, and C. So you're willing to push for more and better with us. You willing to, like, you need to do better than this with your partner. Black men need to, black women need to. But with everybody else, she'll just take whatever they give. Like, well, you know, at least it ain't. Fuck that. You can demand. You motherfuckers are fucking us up. Like, even that fucking, like, that bullshit line of what's that motherfucker's name, Jerry Jones, and like I saw some shit about him and like Dak Prescott today, and like Jerry Jones was like saying, you know, by the grace, and this is the same motherfucker that was like, if you don't take a knee, I mean, if you take a knee,
You out
I'm off you, like,
Right.
and everybody's just like, you see a lot of people, even fucking Dak Prescott saying things, well, you know, he's just working through his own. Fuck that. Say that motherfucker's a racist.
And call it a day.
With everywhere else, we are cool with taking, oh, well, you know, it ain't as bad as it could. Fuck that. That's wrong, nigga. Like,
Because we're willing to hold our own people underneath the microscope, and we won't even slide the beaker under that bitch when it comes to other people. Like, we judge ourselves harshly more than we judge anybody else, as you've already stated. But the issue with that is, like, how are you judging people that you don't understand and you don't communicate with? It makes no sense if you're judging people and you don't even understand their perspective. That's creating a separation within our community, which we already got a large enough gap. So we don't need any more separation. We need to be closing the bridge here because it ain't getting no better. And we're the ones that are going to make it better. So what are you doing to contribute to the situation getting better? Or are you just judging? Are you just having an expectation and you're not even communicating to the rest of the group what your expectation is?
and be able to change your expectation or your perspective. Like, so, I don't know, you know, in a variety of spaces, like expectations are just
stupid. Yeah,
it's just like you just go into this shit and some shit you're gonna get what you're gonna get. You don't have any like realm. I mean, you know, don't let anybody like, I don't know, don't be shit on, don't be like hurt or whatever the fuck with that. Like, I feel like that goes without saying, but
right.
There are just things you have no control over. So, you know, stop having these, especially on your own. I feel like I have an understanding where it comes from. Like, I just feel like
Entitlement.
You know,
that's my guess. I think it comes from entitlement within the community, within us as individuals. Like, people feel like they're entitled to certain things simply because they exist.
Oh, I have an example where I think entitlement shows. For this one, I always feel like when it's us and them, I feel like it's fear. I feel like niggas still have inbred fear of, damn, if we pop off with them, they'll really fuck us up. You know, we can pop off with each other and like get that shit off. You know, like if if you've been bullied,
right,
you're not gonna really go fuck. Like if you at home getting abused, you're not gonna punch your daddy in the face, but you'll go home and smack motherfuckers that, you know, are in the same vicinity as you. Really, you should stab that motherfucker in the neck. Right. I'm not promoting like don't go home and stab.
But he's talking about misguided anger for people that
yeah,
don't understand.
like we, like as a community, we don't pop off on them because on every level, you know, economically, even physically, cops beating and killing, like they're fucking us up left and right, and we like shit, man. I don't, what if they hit back? So like,
but in the grand perspective of it all, we outnumber you on this earth.
Yeah.
It's a it's a small perspective that you're paying attention to. It's very small. You're pigeonholing yourself because we are afraid of a small minority of people in this country, and they're a majority here, but all the other continents, brown-skinned people rule shit.
We view, and that's also, I feel like, a smart move on their part if we're just looking at just logical dominance, like make everywhere else seem like it's less than, even though that's not true.
Right.
But everybody here thinks like the world lives and stops in America. And I think one of the best things, even if you don't, like, just take a trip just to go see like places like Ghana where it's like, oh shit, I really don't, like, this is not it.
I don't have to be here.
Yeah, and and I know that's double, triple, quadrupled because there are niggas who think that the world is no bigger than they like 4-block radius. So I understand saying something like that to them is like, nigga, you speak in Chinese, or what the fuck you talking about?
But that goes back to entitlement. Because you feel like you're entitled to something. You don't even have a big perspective of what's going on beside just what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And that's putting you in a certain position to really not get exactly what you're looking for because you're not paying attention to all these other perspectives that contribute to the thing that you're trying to achieve.
True. Every day.
That's not a motorcycle, though.
Nah, but he liked to switch it up.
Fair enough.
I feel like that's the same guy. He likes to just, I'm here. And I just want to let him know because I know he's listening because Thursday, Saturday, I got to check in with other shows.
He missed out last week. Last week he missed out.
He must have had a vacation. He had somebody go visit.
Either that or we were extremely ignorant to the point where we missed it. But
honestly,
sidebar.
It was tequila a lot.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know. Libations were poured.
Man. But, yeah, so whatever with him. Shout out to you. I know you're listening, so we appreciate you. And if ever you don't want to come in and talk, and we'll talk, and you can teach us about motor shit because clearly you into a lot of different ones. Motorcycles. It sounded like that shit was some shit Dominic Toretto kept in the bottom of fucking his basement. Like, so, good luck to you. So speaking of perspectives and entitlement and where's the fucking is there an alarm here for like fucking trigger warning? I just like hitting the fucking air
trigger
horn
button.
Shit. Yeah, this is the trigger. This is the trigger. It didn't go off. Oh, did it? Y'all might have heard it. I'm gonna hit it twice. So for the both of us.
Pull it.
So there was a post that I put on the page. I know you put on your page.
Indeed.
And it was, we're talking about relationships, people.
Oh, no.
All right.
Not relationships.
So in the post, it was the moral of the story was, if you're dating somebody, the post said something along the lines of, I don't really need to see the person I'm dating more than like once a week.
Right.
I'll be fucking irritated or whatever the fuck.
Easily irritated. So I only need to see you once a week. Cool. Boom, bang, bam. Now, your thing seemed a little more equal, a little more like, yes, like, oh, I understand this perspective. On the page, I didn't know, y'all who following the pod, y'all some different people because it was a whole bunch of fuck no's. Like, it was like no's, like, even like a message of no, like, because you need to. I was like, whoa. It was a whole lot worse if you went to because I think the original post came from, I think, the Spiritual Word page.
Mm-hmm.
And looking through the comments on there,
comments are a dangerous place. Like, I've done it a lot more lately. I've been trying to be good with the content and what we post and being. But you motherfuckers are savages, and these, like, people are weird.
And it depends on the post because that particular post, of course, is going to attract a lot of lady folk comment in the comment section, and those were the ones that were like, hell no, I need you to be within eyesight 24/7.
Now what could kill me too, like on the little poll that I took, there was a lot of dudes saying that too, which was off to me a little bit.
It's a little different, but it happens.
But my thought with that too is, once again, where I always feel like this is just like the story of my life, like like, yes, that actual example might be extreme, but to have a conversation about I'm like, why does nobody ever jump into like the idea or theme of what they're saying? Like, maybe, okay, you might want to see this person more than once every 7 days or 6 days, whatever. But the idea that, which is, I feel like the general theme behind the post is, you don't have to be up somebody's ass all day, every day. Like, I'm an individual, you're an individual. Simply I might want to sit at home. I might want to do a bunch of things. I might want to do the things we do, eat, go watch a movie, and I might want to do it by myself. I might want to do it with my friends. And when I think about this, I'm like, people have children.
Right.
You love these things to death. You would literally give your entire life, existence. Basically, when you have them, you do give your entire existence to them. And you do not want to see them every day.
At all.
So what is it about? What is the correlation that you think this person dating, married, boyfriend, polygamy, fucking neon toaster oven that you identify? I don't give a fuck. What is this mindset that I'm entitled to? Yes, I'm entitled to. I have access to your time at any given. No, you have what I give. And if I decide one day that I just want to fucking chill, or you want to chill, I'm not saying this to somebody that would not give this. Once again, people, and this is probably not, we don't have enough time to probably bust this open. You should not, do not require or request something that you yourself cannot give to another person. I don't give a shit. So if I am a person who needs space and want to whatever, not want to see somebody every day, I would be very okay with giving that to my partner. If they were, and I don't need a reason. What you doing? Where you going? Because trust and not being insecure and whatever the fuck else. If she just said, I ain't gonna lie to you, pimp, I want to sit in here and like scratch my ass all day and not see you, I fuck with you. I'm a fuck with you. Like, even if maybe, and I'm not even one of those like, okay, we need to text. I'm gonna see you. Like, you are one of my best friends.
Please, because I went through the scenario in my head and I was gonna say the same thing, and I think I know where you're going.
We talk damn near every day, but it's not have to. It's like, oh, it might be like Monday through Friday, whoop, 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 whoop. And honestly, won't talk to the nigga till Thursday. And unless I'm like, really, DC must be dead or some shit. But like, if it's not that, I'm not like, God, it's not my fucking friend. He's not my friend. He's not my co-host and business partner. He's none of that shit because we haven't talked all day.
Which is another layer. Like, we have invested money and time and longevity into one another. And we, outside of recently, when's the last time we really went and hung out somewhere?
It's been a long time.
And we've known each other for like 6 years.
Yeah.
6-7 years.
Something like that.
But that goes back to kind of the entitlement. Like, somebody, when you actually have a connection with somebody, or you have a trust in somebody and you respect their space and they respect your space, you understand, like, the love I got for you ain't going nowhere. I don't have to see you all the time. It's completely all good. And there's multiple layers to that post.
Y'all don't see y'all mamas every day.
My mom gave me life, and my mom is okay if I text her and check on her every Sunday.
Y'all don't
see her every couple weeks.
Like, I see my father a lot more now because, like, we put the gym in his garage, and
right.
So I see him every day because I work out. But other than that, it'd be like every week or two, it's like text, "Hey, you good?" Coolly. And your mother brought you, but you used to live in all of your father's balls. You all used to live in his balls. So, like, I'm like, and anytime you bring this topic up to somebody, they act like you're like a fucking sociopath. I'm like, no, man, like, can you be up under somebody? Cool, but if they chose not to, and I really would push this idea even into marriage, like, that's something
where the concept of the man cave came from, or the she shed, because we don't want to be around each other right now. We need some space, and we are entitled to having our own personal space.
Not to mention, there's an angle where it's like, be up under me, woman, because you're my property. Right. Like,
I don't own you. You're not my property.
Yeah, like, all that up under, like, well, I can't leave my king. Can't, bitch. Like, you stay here because I'm the motherfucking king. Like, what the fuck you mean? Yeah, stay up under me because I own you. Like, that's not healthy. It's not, and I feel like, people who you feel like you should, and not a diss, like, but explore that. Even if you think I'm wrong, but explore why you think you need to be is this like, I really want to hang out with them? Is this from a level of insecurity? Are you okay? Are you not okay with being by yourself? Are you really trying, what the fuck is they doing? That's insecurity. That's not even like, you're not even in a relationship of like love. That's like, people are out here, and I feel like I'll have to expound on this at some point.
Please do. We can do that on the next episode. I feel like
there's a lot of people that are out here mistaking dependency for love, and they're not the same thing.
Or infatuation.
That part. Like, in fact, like, I think, but even be like, once you get past like, well, I want to fuck this person and like sniff their fucking ass at all times because they make me feel good. It's like, I need to be like, have all these. What do you need? Like, if you should be able to, once I really wish this entanglement shit. Me and Jada really have to have a conversation because they would say good things and then just fucked it up because now you give all these other motherfuckers excuses. Go, well, they fucked up, so that's bullshit. But yes, you have to be able to completely be self-sufficient, and then you just kind of link with another good company. Like, it makes sense. Oh yeah, we're a good company over here at TJ and Tej. We make fucking bolts, and over here, you know, Keisha and them, you make fucking nuts. Like, great. And I'm great at bolts. Like, I could be chilling over here in bolts, and you could be chilling over here in nuts, and then we put it together.
Right.
But it shouldn't be like, oh my God, man, these fucking bolts. If I don't have a fucking nut, that's weird. That's not okay, and that's not sustainable. Because also, nigga, I could fucking spontaneously combust tomorrow. You gonna die?
Right.
Y'all are weird.
Especially within the stage of quote unquote dating, because there's multiple layers.
Especially that, like,
right.
especially
Like I said, there's multiple layers within the post. She's talking about dating, which means that you guys really don't have an obligation to one another at all. Period. Like, we're getting to know each other. 1, 2. I get irritated easily, so I don't need to see you on a regular basis. Was that communicated to the other person? Because effective communication is important. So do both of you have an understanding as to why you don't need to see somebody on a regular basis? How do they feel about it? How do you feel about it? Did you even have the conversation? Probably not. You just jumped on Twitter and put the tweet up, and now the nigga got to see, or multiple niggas that you're dealing with, whatever the case is, they have to see this via Twitter because you didn't have effective communication with these people to tell them your perspective.
Yep. And I mean, and in the post, yes, it is specifically about dating. I like to take it to, like, the max that people, I guess, are saying. Like, marriage is the max of a relationship, which that gets to a whole other conversation about, you know, what is technically deemed the max, or what's love, and baby don't hurt me no more, or whatever. Because this motherfucker's married, you know, to couches, and y'all just sitting next to each other like
what you won't eat today.
Yeah, like my mom and my mom and my grandma say, like, y'all just sitting there like two ships on the sea, but y'all don't really, you're not engaged with this person. Meanwhile, it's a motherfucker you've known for 3 weeks. And something about this motherfucker in 3 weeks, y'all talk a lot, y'all talk in depth. It's not just about frequency. It's like the quality of what's going on, the conversation.
Because I need somebody that's gonna be my peace.
Fucking.
Told you I'm gonna push the trigger button.
What does that even mean? I mean, I know what I think it means, but and maybe this is a bit condescending, but I just always feel, and then people prove me right. Like, y'all just be saying shit because it sounds good. And then it's like, okay, but what does that really mean? And like what does all of this entail? And what exactly does it take to achieve these things? Because motherfuckers just be like, I'm a great person. By what standard? What does that mean? You're a great employee, you're a great sister, but you might not be a great mate. Right. Like, what makes you a great mate? You know, because like you just said, like, you know, what you want to eat. I'm more than a stomach. Like, I appreciate you feeding me. I like it. But even that, like, I appreciate not the fact that you cooked food, even though, like, because technically I'm self-sufficient. I'm not the best cook, but you know what I do? I know how to Google. I know how to go to the store and buy a fucking recipe. If I want to fucking eat blah, 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 and I feel like making it, I've done that before. I'll make it. I appreciate this as a thing that you said. I'm gonna take time to make sure that you feel good, but if you're relegating me to just as a fucking stomach thing, and that's all that my needs require, no, that's just not a thing.
That's a whole nother discussion within itself.
Yeah, like, if you know that doesn't make you a good mate, that makes you a good cook.
But in order to figure that out, that goes back to communication, because we can easily say that we are great within our own self. I am great because I am. God damn it. But when it comes to dealing with somebody else, until you understand what their measurement of greatness is, you can't say that you're anything as it pertains to them. You can boast yourself all that you want to. I am she or he because I am all that is. That's great. But as it pertains to this person over here, do you understand how they view things and why they view things that way, to be able to say, okay, based on your perspective, I fit into this way, and that's why I can say that I'm great? Or are you just grandstanding?
Yeah. John, like, I don't know. I do know. I think this shit is dumb. Like, I'm
about to say it how you want to say it.
Nobody's shitting on. You know, people hear this and they're like, you don't like relationships. I'm like, it's not true. Like, but the way that people, I feel like, go about them and go into them just muddies all the fucking waters. It's a whole bunch of expectations, how things should be, how my granny them did it. I don't even, like, what somebody who grew up next door to me, we've had an amazing just bajillion years of the same experiences, so to speak. We don't do this shit the same. So why the fuck would I even try to base this shit on my granny and him? Like, that doesn't even make any fucking sense to me.
Right.
But to Aru, to try to like wrap this, well, not wrap this up, but at least put a little bow on it until we bust this open again, is like people's perspective of things. I just feel like is very limited. I just feel like these, you know, all of it actually, like I could put in like
One
the political
big old
conversation, the
Mulligan stew.
relationship shit, the fucking WAP conversation earlier. Like, motherfuckers are just completely slaves to their perspective. And I'm not saying you don't have your own perspective, you don't have your own mind, but have the ability to go, oh, I can, even if you don't agree, to at least you have to be able to sit in it and see it from that way and go, oh, maybe I could piece, like all of these shits are super intricate. Like, okay, I don't like all of this, but I can maybe take 20% of that. Like, that's really how I feel like you should think.
Right.
And when when you hear people just like really black and white certain things, I'm like, well, fuck, man, this is hard to have a conversation with you a little bit. And I don't know. I mean,
it's a little bit difficult for us, which we've touched on before. We can expand on the next episode.
I was about to go there because I literally just started like another module, and I'm
it's
like,
a whole other
it's
situation.
It's
but,
like counselor brain.
Right. Me and you are two people that like we're in the space of learning multiple perspectives and how they are applicable in whatever situation. Like, we live in the gray area. Most people are either black or white. So of course for us it's going to create some sort of friction in whatever situation that we're having, because I can see all of this. I can see the flaws, I can see the strengths, I can see the weaknesses, I can see where there's room for improvement, and you just see this or this.
I'm not even just saying it's like geared towards, like I'll do that almost. I don't see it as a fault, but I could say like see it to a fault where anything that's, whether it's funny, whatever, I'll be like, oh yeah, well I can see why that happened. I'll watch a funny cartoon, be like, oh well, that makes sense why you would do that way, or why you viewed it like that, or why you view it childish, or why he like. I'm like, but to me it's like, it's second nature. But then if I'm talking to somebody, I'd be like, I don't really, I'm not gonna always go, oh yeah, I'm not against what you're into. I'm not, like I said, not against relations, but I'm always against why they're viewed a certain way or why you're approaching it that way. Like, why would you do that? Don't just do that because that's how it's supposed to. Who the fuck says that?
Right.
Who said what's supposed to be what for who? That
right.
What? Fuck off. Like,
who's able to dictate what normal is? Because technically, and I've had this conversation many times, and I made this point or example many times, we dictate normalcy based off what society says. But society is in disarray as it pertains to relationships. The grandest top of the mountain situation is marriage. 50% of them motherfuckers are wrong. So maybe the way that we approach these institutions make absolutely no sense, or at least 50% of them don't make any sense.
And I just, just to always put some black shit on it. Everything here, everything we talk about, it's weird to hear people talk about, and I know like you say things to prop up your point, prop up your narrative, but make sure it's not really like poking too much at what I guess you define yourself or your core value, because it'd be like, white people have fucked up this, that, and the third. Everything. I'm like, everything, right? They fucked up everything. Everything. Okay, so Jesus. Relax, nigga. Hey, that's God. All right. Okay. They fucked up everything. Okay. So the way we view and deal with relationships with people, with other people, with ourselves, our romantic partners, you don't think we're basing that a bit off some shit they did, which a lot of the shit they did wasn't really like a love thing. It was more of a, I want to like
expand territories or get more money.
Like, it's not a love thing. It's you're fucking 16, Carol, your birthing age. He's a good man with a fucking stable, and he's the Duke of fuck off land. You should fuck him and get married so you don't fucking die alone because you don't have any reputable skills. But now you do have skills. You're a goddamn lawyer and whatever the fuck. And now you should have to reevaluate how you go into these relationships and why you're fucking in a relationship. And all, if love is this grand, amazing, intricate thing that it seems like since motherfuckers could put pen to paper, they've been trying to figure out, why the fuck would everybody act like this shit's mad easy or not a complex thing to continuously recontextualize? And y'all are weird.
It's
That's
a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, there we go. It's a fucking Rubik's Cube. Call goddamn Who was Will Smith when he was selling them computers and sleeping in goddamn park benches and shit?
I don't fucking know.
Pursuit of Happiness?
That's the movie, but I don't know the dude's
I don't
the
know.
actual
Nah,
person's
fuck
name.
that. I wouldn't look for that. I found
Oh
the
yeah,
movie
The Pursuit of Happiness. Yes.
Yeah. You know, I don't know, man.
Which also ties into because your pursuit of happiness is only going to go as good as you perceive it to.
I'm just like, you know better than anybody out here. There's a motherfucker right now in a tent downtown, happy as
fuck with that.
Happy as shit. And you know what? It's not. It's him and her tent, and they got 2 tents, and they're like, fuck, man, we are. And then they got like a little net so they can have conjoining tents. You couldn't tell them shit
At all.
Meanwhile, great music, great fucking successful person. Aubrey's gonna drop some new music soon, and it could potentially be sad as fuck. And honestly, it's like, for what? You are the like, you know what I mean? Like, not to shit on him. I don't know. He might drop a song talked about like happy as fuck. I can't be happier. Right. But just for the sake of argument, because you niggas like to just y'all made fun of my fave and fuck off. But yeah, you know, like just perspectives. Everything is perspective.
There's people down on Skid Row right now super happy with their mate and all the circumstances and have turned down housing to stay together. Meanwhile, there's people inside the bubble at Disney World that are sharing the same people over and over and just passing
I beat syphilis when it hit. Give a goddamn about no corona. Shit. I was in Nam, boy. Shit. Like, fuck you. Shit. Yeah, fuck they up here. They up here dying off the Rona?
What? I've been on crack for 20 years.
Boy, shit. Dying. I'm saying they're resilient. Y'all can fuck that. We not making fun of them. They resilient. Like, low key, I would have 3 homeless niggas in here talking to us long before I want to talk to insert famous person. Them niggas be cool. As long as they, you know,
and they've been through enough shit to where they have a lot of perspective. They can tell you, they may not be able to get themselves together, but they can definitely give you some information that'll put life into perspective for you for real.
Shit. Y'all niggas bullshit. Like,
sit down and actually listen to somebody on the street for once. Don't just scoff at them.
At a cool little liquor store. What? Niggas just out there chilling, man. You know, just give me a couple dollars. Like,
hey,
all right.
Rudy Ray Moore, listen to him. He got famous off of it.
Man, what? Y'all.
We got Dolomite because he sat and had some conversations with some winos, so to speak.
Man, the conversation. I want
better for all of us.
Really do. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know. Like, it just, shit's very... You know what? Everybody was like, you know, I don't like surface shit. No motherfucker hit you with some non-surface. Let's get deep in this bitch. Take them floaties off. Whoa, you weird nigga. What are you talking about?
No.
Now,
because that requires accountability. A lot of people aren't comfortable with being accountable for their contribution. But that's what we're going to continue.
Yeah, we're going to see y'all on Saturday. So, you know, you like today. And thanks everybody who was on the live and whoever views and listens and yeah. So we're glad that we were here today, talk this cash shit, and we're just making the world a better place. And I'm dedicated now to just hitting y'all with shit that I feel like just makes you a better person because y'all wasn't outside, and there's niggas out here that really are growing up on Tekashi, and I don't understand it
at all. Well, they're choosing to.
You can call it, you know, you're not listening to all the lyrics. Are there misogynistic pieces? Of course. Were there ways to teach you about life? Of course. Get into it.
I'll be obliged if you step outside because my ride is awaiting. I dated, a steak, a nightcap, we made it. Awakened by smells of perfume that I inhale and then tell how well we raise
MJ, 8 ball at MJG, nigga. All right.
Pat Mac.
The mood is
That's it.
with the sounds from the storm. You came stronger, I lasted longer.
My dick
than
just
I've
grew 3
ever
inches off
lasted.
this.
Your mouth was fantastic.